On this next episode of Outlook TV, Carlotta Girls' 6th anniversary.
Absolutely Badminton.
A variety of queers, and much, much more.
Hello and welcome to Outlook TV. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay, and you have the joy of watching the Queer Magazine news show that brings you the stories that matter the most from coast to coast.
We're going to kick it off in Vancouver with Carlotta Girls' 6th anniversary.
Absolutely Dragulous is the title of this one, so let's give it a boo.
One of Vancouver's top entertainers, Carlotta Girl, is celebrating a very special night tonight. Outlook TV is here at the Junction nightclb.
After the show, I can't stay all day late. If you live alone tonight,
How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Welcome to the Junction for Absolutely Dragulous, the 6th-year anniversary.
The show's a little bigger than usual because it's 6 years. Yes, can you give us one of the highlights that we can look forward to?
Well, I like to think though the highlights is that all the girls are bringing their best tonight. So their best numbers, their best performances, giving it their all, including myself. I'm going above and beyond myself this evening. I always like to push the boundaries every year, and more so this year, more so than usual.
I can't stay all day late. If you live alone tonight.
It's a lot to put one of these shows together.
You know what? It takes a lot of work. Actually, it takes a village sometimes. But for me, it's a labor of love. I love doing it every week. I have such a great time. I get to work with incredibly amazing, innovative, talented people, and we have a fun time doing it. So entertaining people is my life's passion.
A few hints of what made your show a success?
Well, I try to evolve with the time to do different things whenever I can. I try to bring a huge array of different guest stars in. A lot of unique performers are in town right now. Harnessing that talent and bringing it to the stage and showcasing it is a great way of making the show fresh and ever-changing. And also, give it a laugh at yourself and have a good time, and just kick your heels in the air.
Let's exchange the experience.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Junction nightclb in Vancouver.
And now we're going to head off to Whistler.
Where Gary got a little highbrow and saw the Audain gallery to take a look at all the lovely queer art there.
Queer art.
Let's take a boo.
We're at Whistler Pride and Ski Week. Many of the participants are art lovers. Whistler has a new venue to satisfy them, the Audain Art Museum.
The Audain Art Museum is tied in with Whistler Pride this year, is that we've opened our doors, with the exception of Tuesday, to all the participants that are enjoying Whistler Pride. We would very much like to coax people off the mountains and off the parties to come in and enjoy the art that is on display here at the museum, not only in our permanent collections, but also in our temporary exhibition spaces. The Audain Art Museum is the newest art museum in Canada. The museum itself is dedicated to the art of this place, and by place I mean all of British Columbia and up the coastal region. We're a 56,000 square foot facility, and we have approximately 10,000 square feet of permanent collection space, and it spans the creativity from our first peoples to art of our time. And we have about the same amount of space for temporary exhibitions, where we bring in art from all over the world, including Canada as well as the United States, and we supplement that with programming for schools as well as for the various publics that enjoy the museum. I've been with the museum now for approximately 2 years. We've been open to the public for 1 year. My specialty as a curator is the art of British Columbia and of the coastal peoples that reside here. Our content is always changing within our exhibition spaces. We look to promote diversity within our exhibitions as well as all of our public programming, and we are working towards a number of exhibitions and programs that will be including a lot of LGBTQ communities. We have many prominent gay artists that are represented in the Audain Art Museum's collection. One of those is Paul Wong's piece that graces our Cressy Hall. It is titled No Thing Is Forever, and that work was specifically commissioned for the museum and for the opening of the institution. Another prominent piece that we have here is a very large painting by Attila Richard Lukács, which is of great interest to a lot of people. They find it very intriguing, and I think it engages individuals on a multiple of levels.
For Outlook TV at the Audain Art Museum, this is Gary Wolfader.
We're going to have to take a little break now.
And I'll think how many ways I can integrate the word boo.
Boo. Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV.
Crack out your rackets, people, because Absolutely Badminton's coming up next.
Hi everyone, we're here at King George Secondary School checking out Absolutely Badminton, Vancouver's only gay badminton club.
In 1990, there was the Gay Games in Vancouver. I ran the badminton tournament, and there was a bunch of us that we tried to start a badminton club. Problem in Vancouver is it's hard to find court space. But in 2000, they built Cole Harbour, and this court became free. So 11 of us got together, threw in $100 and rented the courts. And that's how we started Absolutely Badminton. When I was growing up, it was hard to find friends and make friends. And the only place you could go years ago was to a bar to meet people. And that's a very hard place to meet people. So having a sporting event where people can actually go and meet people that like to do the same thing, you've already got something in common. You like to do a sport, so you've got something to talk about. So it doesn't matter where you fit in the spectrum of the LGBTQ community, you just can come in and enjoy yourself. You don't have to have high skill. We keep 2 courts for the fast players, as we call them, because they play a game very quickly and the turnover on the court's very fast. So the other 4 courts are kept for everybody else. And there's people that will help you if you want to learn how to play.
I've always loved sports. So transitioning to volleyball and badminton was simple, and it was very nice because I had the social perspective as well as physical, and it was great. And I started making good friends, some of them for many years now since I've been in Canada.
I just started this time last month. And this is actually only the second time I've been here, just due to work and weather constraints. And how did I find out about it? Oh, right, my roommate. He said, "Get out of the house, I see you too much. You like badminton, right? Go here." And I showed up, and it's just been absolutely delightful so far. This is honestly probably the best place you could ever learn. It's got a great range of skills, from beginner to these crazy advanced people that you see over in the center court behind me. And it's just a very welcoming group of people, no matter how interested or how intense of a player you are. It's just a lot of fun.
It's a good way to get exercise once a week and meet new people. And I have to say, most of the people I met in Vancouver, I've met through playing volleyball and badminton. So it's a great way to meet new people. And yeah, it's just good fun and a good place to be on a Wednesday night.
We had a large group of women originally, and they went and started playing volleyball on Wednesday nights. So we lost them to volleyball. I guess they like that better. So yeah, we're open to everybody. I think we even have straight people that play. So straight women, straight men who play occasionally and join the group, and they're very comfortable here as well. So we'll take anybody that wants to play badminton.
I don't know about you all, but that made me just feel like putting on workout clothes and joining them. This is Emmanuel Vimihor for Outlook TV.
Up next, we're going to go to the gay agenda.
We expect a lot of Fred. Let's see what he has.
Oh, look, brunch.
Ooh.
Oh, brunch.
Again.
Brunch.
And mimosas.
Love mimosas.
One of my gay friends posted a question. Is pride worth saving? Well, he's a bit of a negative Nelly. He thinks that, number one, the LGBTQ have all the rights they need. Therefore, we are all considered equal. The first Pride Parade was about fighting for those rights, and now that mission is no longer necessary. And two, Pride Parades have become a huge marketing tool to make corporations and politicians appeal for the pink dollar and the pink vote. And number three, the debate over whether or not police should be in any Pride Parade. I would answer his question with a resounding yes, pride is worth saving. Number one, we sit in a big gay bubble here in Canada and think that everything is great for the LGBTQ. We have a whole generation of kids who can't understand why in other countries they don't have same-sex marriages, probably because those kids have already attended some same-sex weddings. But just because we enjoy that all now doesn't mean that we can keep it forever. We cannot rest on our laurels. These rights can be easily taken away, as we've seen in the United States with the Trump government. More than 200 anti-LGBTQ laws have already been introduced in just 1 year. And as the right-wing populist government takes hold, the LGBTQ rights around the world are at risk. Pride parades are an important infrastructure to keep LGBTQ rights on the front burner. And number two, I agree that pride parades have become a huge marketing tool for corporations and politicians, but I don't see that as a negative thing. Quite the opposite. I think it shows that they see us as an identifiable group that they have to cater to. That in itself is power. It's just not a party anymore. It leads to more LGBTQ being employed by corporations and the LGBTQ rights being maintained in the workplace and in the law. And number three, the whole police and the pride parade issue is ridiculous. The mandate of Pride is to be inclusive. We are happy when the RCMP and local police join our ranks. I understand the concerns of Black Lives Matter, but banning and refusing to engage in two parties in any dispute does not help your cause or our cause. Use Pride Parade as a tool to resolve these issues, not as a weapon against each other, but if anything, we can bring these issues forward. You have a huge audience and a stage, so use it carefully. I personally welcome the police to our Pride parades and encourage you to contact your Pride office and voice your opinion. The fact there is a debate shows that there is a reason for Pride to exist. So, as the Pride season gears up all around Canada, please support Pride, join in the party and the parade, because there is strength in numbers. For the Gay Agenda, I'm Fred Camperman.
Joan-E is back with a new show.
Queen, please, would be the title of this show. Let's see it with Angus.
We're at the Junction nightclub in downtown Vancouver for the launch of a brand new show. Joan-E is launching her new series tonight, and we're here to catch all the action.
Drink with Joan-E, sleep with Joan-E, eat with Joan-E, lie down with Joan-E, get kicked out with Joan-E, go to the bathroom, no.
I want to say I'm so happy for Joan having her own fabulous show here once a month. Love you, Joan. Mwah. I approve this message.
And of course, we still travel as a team, apparently.
Always.
Fantastic. Now, the name Queen, please. Can you speak to that?
Oh, well, I mean, it's just a takeoff on the, Queen, please, but it's more like Queen, please. So I don't know, I liked it. People thought it was catchy.
Poor old baby drag queens, so thin, so young. This one wants to have a diva, this one wants to host a show, and do I help them? Queen, please. All these baby drag queens, so green, so new. When they see me in the bar, they rush up and say, hi, Joan-E, and do I help them?
New monthly show. It's with Joan-E. It's called Queen Please. You know, it's very exciting. She hasn't been on Davie Street for a number of years. I can remember back in the old Odyssey days, she did Feather Boa, which was always the pleasure to go to on Sunday nights. When I first started at the Junction 5 years ago, she had Joan at the Junk. You know, it's just exciting to have her back.
Someone's sneaking round that corner. I'll tell you that someone's back tonight.
It's all I want to do, so won't you dance? Stay here with you, why won't you move? Even if it throws you to the fire, 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 fire.
For Outlook TV, this is Angus Pratt at the Junction nightclub in Vancouver.
We're going to have to take another little break now.
Join me, Rebecca.
Welcome back. You're watching Outlook TV. And now Gary's going to check out Songs for a New World.
Love duets, to be specific.
Ooh.
Fabulous Theatre is a new Vancouver company performing songs for a new world at the PAL Theatre, and we got to see them in the rehearsal. The play is about immigrants, refugees, and individuals making new lives for themselves.
The world was
So Songs for a New World is a song cycle by Jason Robert Brown. It's traditionally performed by 4 people, but we are reimagining it to a cast of 15. And we're adding the framework of each song is like its own number in a full-scale musical. So we've added more costumes and lighting and set design, and we're framing it so that each number normally would be up to the interpretation of the audience member, but we're giving a little bit more framework by either going with the context that it's actually done by. For example, one of the songs is about the Syrian refugees escaping Aleppo, and another song is about a child soldier in Sudan that is not afraid of anything. So the number, I'd Give It All For You, it's normally traditionally written for a man and a woman, but my producing partner Mary and I decided that we would try it in a completely different way. So we cast a male for it, and he's singing it down the octave from the female range, but we think that this is more important to the story because, you know, we're representing Black culture, we're representing immigrant culture, we're representing refugees. We weren't representing, you know, LGBTQ, so I felt really strongly that we should experiment with this, even though it's untraditional and it's not the way it's usually done.
There are no set characters in the show. It's just man 1, man 2, woman 1, woman 2. So I'm mostly man 2 in a lot of numbers, doing backing vocals, but I also have a few solo moments. My most prominent character is Damon's lover. So I think I can connect the most with that, and I'm just glad that that's been included into the diversity of the show, so that it's not only racial, but it's also with sexual orientation.
One of our younger performers is from Ethiopia. She came here when she was 6 with her family. Another is from Burundi. He's been here since he was about 15. And we also have a girl who's come from Colombia to do her master's. 3 from the Philippines, actually. And everyone's got very varied ancestry as well.
But here you
From the Dancing Stars of Performance Arts in Burnaby, this is Gary Wolfader for Outlook TV.
I've always thought there's been a lot of variety among the queers.
You know what would make it even better? So you put it on display on a stage in front of a big audience.
A variety show
of queers!
This is Ray Clark at the Wise Club in Vancouver. Tonight there's an amazing show called The Variety of Queers. Let's go see what's happening.
A Variety of Queers is well, first and foremost, it's a live variety style show. It showcases local queer talent, and what we did is we came together one day realizing that it's been a long time since the community has seen a traditional variety style show. Vancouver is made up of such a diverse group of people, and I don't think that's showcased enough, and I think we take that for granted, / people don't even realize how culturally diverse Vancouver is, and I've always been really passionate about that.
I don't care what grade hears this. Next time a bully is shoving you into the locker, just use your Care Bear stare. See you at lunch, grade 8. I'm looking for people to sit with. Thank you.
The
I want to really show inclusivity. So I want people to feel like they're not part of the number. I want people to feel like it relates to everybody, sex, gender, color, wherever, religion.
We are all here together as a community, which is sometimes hard because everyone is stuck in their own lives and everyone's stuck in their own bubble. So it's really nice to see people from different bubbles, you know, come together and come together for the show.
Tell me the charity and why you decided to use this particular charity.
Well, the charity that we decided on is Rainbow Refugee. And Rainbow Refugee, what a lot of people may or may not know, is it's a local Vancouver organization that's come together to help bring people to Canada who are persecuted because of their sexual orientation status, their HIV status. You know, they can't live safely as themselves where they were born. So, you know, what we're doing tonight in particular is working with Rainbow Refugee again to bring a gay Syrian refugee here.
This has been Ray Clark in Vancouver for Outlook TV. Thanks so much for joining us.
Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode of Outlook TV, but you know, we will be back.
And we're available online. Follow us on Facebook or on Twitter, or use that old thing called email and shoot one over to us if you want to volunteer.
We'd love to have you as part of our team.
We would. A third person right here.
Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Rebecca Wyman.
And I'm Robert Mackay.
Stay fabulous, Canada.